Welcome, everybody. John Zager, johnzager.com. How's everybody doing today? Good? Good. So, kind of semi-cloudy here on the eastern slope. Snow's supposed to come in like around 4 o'clock and thereafter. Supposed to get, sounds like 2 to 3 inches of snow. A little bit of a cold front coming in as well. So for the next, probably 2-3 days, it could get wintry. Not real bad, but it could get wintry. And just finished a blog. You ought to go read it. You can find it on Facebook, of course, under John Zager. You can find it, I don't know where else, blogger.com. It's jzager.blogger.com, I think, or something like that. But anyway, it's all over. I've got it on Twitter and Instagram and a few other places. Might be an interesting read. I'm going to talk about it just briefly a little bit today on this podcast. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. The foothills are really covered with a lot of snow. I don't think we have a lot of snow from this winter, but it just seems to be like enough to keep everything covered. I'm not sure we're going to have the right amount of water come in the spring, but they haven't even started checking that yet, so we'll see where that goes. But perceptions. Do your perceptions affect your biology? Pretty straight up question, right? And the answer, of course, is yes. I'm kind of thinking most everybody would agree with that. So your perceptions are your thoughts and feelings, emotions, about life and how it treats you. Right? So you go out during the day about your business and you have perceptions of what's going on. Good or bad, black or white, all or none. They sort of dictate your view of life on the planet. So for you, based on your perceptions, life may seem like a struggle. For you, based on your perceptions, life may seem full of joy and abundance. In turn, those thoughts and emotions affect, obviously we're talking about feelings here, but it also affects your chemistry and ultimately your biology and determines if you upregulate disease genes or not. So think about this. The person who's angry and bitter and resentful and hostile and, maybe has some violent tendencies, argumentative, gets depressed, gets anxious, all of those are negative emotions based on his or her perception of his or her life and how the world treats her or him. Make sense? So therefore, all those negative thoughts and feelings and emotions upregulate disease from the environment. And in turn increases the probability of you acquiring a disease, illness, ill health, sickness, diagnosis, trauma, all of those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions are not going to give you an abundance and joyful life, right? It's called neuroscience. Likewise, if you are a person that feels a lot of joy in your life, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of wholeness, oneness, your life feels congruent, you're happy, you're joyful, you're pleasant to be around, you look forward to interacting with other people. You know, the positive thoughts, feelings, and emotions are going to prohibit you upregulating negative type genes into your body. What it will do is cause the environment to upregulate healthy genes into your body. So it's going to affect your chemistry and your biology and cause the environment to upregulate healthy genes into your body so that you don't get sick and you don't have ill health or disease and all that kind of stuff. If anything, it's going to build up your immune system. So do this for a moment. Think about the people you interact with, maybe at work, I don't know, maybe just through your daily goings on. Can you think of anybody or see anybody in your mind's eye that has perceptions that make their life a struggle or make their life easy and comfortable and everything seems to just fall into place? Can you think of those people? Do you know somebody who has the negative perceptions of their life? If you can, think about their personality. Personalities are how you think, act, and feel, right? Okay, we got that. So your perceptions of life determine and, of course, alter your personality. If you're constantly struggling at work to make, your business work, to make your business produce more income, to make your business produce more clients, you're struggling. And that mentality, those thoughts, feelings, and emotions, according to the law of attraction, are causing it not to happen. And it's further accentuating your personality, which is going in that direction. Pretty unhealthy, pretty negative. This is a gal that maybe we wouldn't want to hang out with all the time. Might have a vibration or an energy that's not real positive. The personality is not real positive. The outcome in their life with force, let's just say work related, is not real positive. They're not getting the results they want. Is that because of their perceptions of life and how life and the universe, if you want to go that far, how the universe treats you? Do they see the universe as supporting them? and being compassionate and loving towards them? Or do they see the universe as harmful and negative and against what they're trying to do or accomplish? So perceptions are a key factor in your life. They're a key factor in how you interact on the planet every single day, thus affecting your chemistry, your biology, your personality, and whether you have disease or not. Your perceptions determine and affect your work, career, whether you are successful, whether your business is successful, whether your career is successful, whether you're making an abundance of money or not, whether you're living in lack. Your perceptions directly affect that. And the likewise, of course, is true. The likewise, of course, is true. For the person who's more positive and blah, 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 they're probably going to have a fairly successful career in whatever they're doing. Their business, should they have a business of their own, probably is producing enough clients and enough income and growing, and is a positive experience for them. Their relationships are probably long-term, lasting, and loving, caring, and compassionate as well, as is the opposite. Does that all kind of make sense? We touch periodically on perceptions, but sometimes I think people, they might listen to a podcast, they might listen to a YouTube, they might read a blog or two about perceptions, they might even go and research perceptions, and there's a lot of great studies out there that are pages and volumes long, and they might read some of that. And then they just go on with their life. Be it good or bad, negative or positive, lack or abundance. Here's the positive takeaway. Your perceptions you can change instantly. So I'll just give you one example, and then I'll shut up and stop for a minute, and we'll end. But here's just one example. So let's say there's this guy who is not real positive, kind of depressed, makes it, does okay, doesn't do okay, has a few friends here and there, but they're not real long term, blah, 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 blah. He gets up the next morning, and for whatever reason, he finally hit the bottom and said, I don't like being like that anymore. I don't know anything about it. I'm not educated. I don't have all of the information in my head to know how to change it. But by golly, I'm going to take a different attitude today walking out the door. And he might, it's a he or she, it doesn't matter. He or she might sit down in a chair before they leave the house and actually sort of get in a trance and lose themselves in thought of how life could be better, more positive, more abundant, more joyful, less arguing, more money, more pleasant, more relationships. And before you know it, they just spent 42 minutes and they don't know where those 42 minutes went. They actually meditated right during that time. They were in the midst of meditation of what life could be like if I perceived the world differently. Now, they didn't use the word perception because they don't know. It might be good for them to go out and get a coach or do some consultation with somebody, or maybe even some counseling. It doesn't really matter, but it might be important for them to interact with somebody that has some knowledge that could say, hey, you know what you just did? That's perception. That's the way you perceive life. Different today than you did yesterday and the days before. Now the Ford light comes on and they have something to work with. They go out the door, they have a different outlook towards the universe. Does that make sense? Ponder that for today, if you wouldn't mind. Think about the people that you know. Think about your perceptions and how you perceive your life. And then realize that you have the ability to change that any time you want in an instant. Now, it all goes into the subconscious, so understand the subconscious only changes through repetition. Okay? If you're giving this information to your conscious brain, which I am doing right now with you, it's not going to last because the conscious brain doesn't retain very much information, little to none at all. Everything is retained in the subconscious, but the subconscious has to have repetition enough for it to sink in. So if you're going to change, if you're one of the people out there that says, well, I kind of hit a bottom myself, I'd kind of like to have a different outlook towards life, then you're going to have to do this changing your perception every day. You might have to sit down every morning and do a meditation of sorts so that it gets into your operating system. You might want to, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you fall asleep at night, do a short meditation with the same thing, viewing the future in a different perception, and that'll enter into your subconscious operating system at night once you go to fall asleep, and it will start making the changes when you're sleeping. I'm always easy to get a hold of. Please contact me however you want. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, you can go to my webpage, you can, all these different social media things that I'm connected with all have resources on how to get me. I would be happy to talk to you further, be it as a coaching kind of situation or as a consulting type situation. I'm happy to come out and speak to people. I would be very happy to come out and do a small workshop, like on a Saturday or Sunday morning or something, and kind of go through some of this. And we have a dialogue back and forth amongst several people that are at the workshop, just about perceptions. That makes sense? All right. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.